Welcome back to today's Morning Report Chart Proposals on Wednesday the 17th of June with me, Rich Perry, market analyst at Handtech Markets. I'm going to move on to cable now, and this cable chart has been rising strongly actually. It's had another day where the bulls fought back strongly into the close to see the end of the day closing high to come right towards the high of the day of the session again. Initial moves to the downside continue to be rebuffed. Look at the amount of times. I'll show you the amount of times you've got these long tails. That would suggest that initially you've got these this strong move to the downside. Looks like the bears are winning, and then bang, you see a big turnaround intraday, and then the bulls win out in the end and to close towards the high of the day. So that would suggest that momentum or appetite for buying cable remains strong. Appetite for buying sterling remains strong. We're now sort of pushing towards this reaction high, this lower reaction high at 57 figure. And that is now obviously the big test, only 50 pips away from where we're trading now. We've got the UK inflation data, the UK unemployment data, including wage growth, out at 9:30, and also the Bank of England meeting minutes. So it could be a bit of volatility this morning, but obviously the main event of the day is the FOMC meeting. So there could be a fair amount of fluctuations on cable today. However, if you see a break above 57 figure, that would reopen that 58.14 high once again, which is a big resistance on this chart. But just see how cable has just completely turned around. It had been falling consistently until right to the beginning of June, and then suddenly we've seen a turnaround in sentiment that's seen to consistent rising in cable. So it does tend to trend when it gets going. So that's obviously what we're seeing at the moment, that uptrend building. You've seen this is the hourly chart, this sequence of higher lows just left on every day. The initial sell-off and then the recovery into the close. Initial sell-off every day and recovery into close. So obviously we've now left the reaction low at 55.40, and that comes in above the 54.85 reaction low that we saw on Monday. So a couple of levels to see you with there, but obviously you've got the consistent higher highs, consistent higher lows, so a decent trend developing on this cable chart, testing a 57 figure. However, obviously we have the volatility of the fundamental events which could drive significant moves on this chart today. However, at the moment, all things remaining equal, technicals remain very strong, and it looks as though the further gains and a test of 57 is going to be seen in due course. But obviously that FOMC meeting could easily turn it around if there is a big hawkish shift for the FOMC. Anyway, I wish you good luck in your trading on cable today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.